Sevgili öğrenciler merhaba, ben Özlem Kurukafa, İngilizce öğretmeniyim. Final Evinizde programı ile bundan sonra 5. sınıf İngilizce konularını birlikte işleyeceğiz. Yes, today we are going to talk about health problems. And as you know, it's very popular these days because we have problem with coronavirus, you know. And in this unit, we are going to talk about health problems together. Yes, first, I want to start with at hospital. We are at hospital now. People often go to hospital when they have health problems. So let's look at some vocabulary for different health problems. The first one is backache. Its meaning is that there is a pain or ache backside of person. Backache, this is the pronunciation part, meaning is an ache or pain in one's back. There is an example for you. My uncle has a backache, so he shouldn't carry heavy things. The second one is earache. Earache is a pain in your ear. So there is an example for you again. Students sometimes have earache, so they can't listen me well. The other one is toothache. Toothache is a pain in one of your teeth. I have a toothache and I can't eat anything. The other one is headache. Headache, if you have a headache, you have a pain in your head. I have a terrible headache today. The other one is stomachache. This is the pain in the stomach or abdomen. There is example, look at the picture please carefully. He eats too much fast food, such as pizza, hamburger, this unhealthy food. So he always has stomachache. The other one is cough. A cough is an illness in which you often cough and your chest or throat hurts. There is example, when my dad catches a cold, he always coughs and has a runny nose. The other one is fever. Look at the picture please. If you have a fever, when you are ill, your body temperature is higher than normal and your heart beats faster. Example, his body temperature is 38 centigrade because he has a high fever. The other one is sore throat. It's very important health problem, especially these days again. A pain in the throat, an inflammation because of a cold or other virus. And there is a problem in all of the world, as you know, coronavirus, and it is one of the result of sore throat is one of the result of coronavirus, you know. She has a sore throat because she always drinks cold water. The cold, it is very popular and mostly in every part of the world, most of the people catch cold. The cold is a severe illness. If you have it, your nose is blocked, so you cannot take a breath really carefully, and runny. You may also have a sore throat and a cough. My brother is in his bed because he has a cold, a sore throat, and a bad cough. Yeah, health problems. If we want to learn about a person's health, we can ask different questions. And these are the questions: how are you? How do you feel? How are you feeling? Is everything okay? We use these all questions to ask people's health. And the possible answers. The common positive. Affirmative answers should be like that. I'm fine, I'm great, I'm good, I feel fine, I feel great, I feel good, I don't feel sick, or I'm not sick. So it means that if a person use one of these answers, it means that he or she is fine and there is no health problem. But negative answers, for example, a person asks you, how are you? How are you feeling? How do you feel? The negative answers should be like that. I'm awful, so it means it's bad, the same meaning. I don't feel well. I'm not so good, not very well. I feel terrible, terrible, awful, bad. All of them have the same meaning. So you can also learn these synonyms together. It will be very easy for you to learn the vocabulary. I feel bad, I am sick. But when a person asks you, when you see or hear that they are not well, so negative answers, if they answer your question with a negative one, you can ask these two questions. For example, how are you? I'm not good. Oh, what's the matter? What is wrong? So it means that what's the problem in your health? Now there is an example for you. Look at the table carefully. These are the 4 questions that I showed you before. How are you? How are you today? How do you feel? How do you feel today? And the positive answers, please. These are the positive, affirmative answers. I am fine. I feel fine. I feel good. I feel great. I feel fantastic. And there are too many ways that I can say, oh, awesome, perfect, fascinating, no problem. But negative answers, I feel sick. I feel awful. Awful, remember please, awful, terrible, bad. The synonym, and miserable. And also you can say, for example, you did many housework. So you can say, I'm too tired today. I'm sick. I feel sick, not so good, and not very well. These are the negative answers. So there is a small dialogue for you. How do you feel? Not so good. What's the matter? What is wrong? What's the problem? I have a headache. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything that I can do for you? You can ask another different questions to help ill people. When you hear or see that someone is not well, then you can ask, what's the matter? What is wrong? So when you ask these 2 questions, you want to learn the reason. You want to learn the reason of the person's health. I have headache. I have sore throat. She has sore throat. She has cough. You can use many different answers in these questions. And there is again another dialogue for you. How are you feeling today? When you go to doctor, when you go to hospital, doctor can ask you like that. How are you feeling today? Not so good, doctor. What is the matter with you? I have a severe headache. Severe is the same thing. We can say very, too much. So it means that I have too much headache, like migraine, you can say. And another conversation between secretary, doctor's secretary, and Jack. So calling, think about that. Dr. Lincoln's office, how may I help you? Hello, my brother doesn't feel well. Secretary, oh, what's the matter with him? Jack, he has a cold and he coughs badly. So please pay attention. I can ask the questions, what's the matter with you? What's the matter with him? What's the matter with her? What's the matter with them? What's the matter with us? So we can use all of the object pronouns by asking this question, and we can change it. We can change the personal object pronouns. And in this unit, one of the most important topic is that giving advice. Giving advice, especially we use as a model verb that we often use for giving advice, should. We use should to offer, to suggest or recommend someone to do something. So please pay attention. All three verbs have the same meaning also. They are equal to give the same meaning. We use should to give an example, especially the people have health problems. There is an example for you. I have an exam tomorrow. Oh, you should study lesson. So this is as you see, this is an advice that I used here. You should study lesson. This is an advice for you to study your lesson, and we use should like that. Should plus verb. But there should be, please pay attention, normal verb after should. We always normal verb and with all of the subject pronouns. So we never change should, the form of the shape of the should, according to the subject pronouns. All of them we use the same form. And given advice table, look at it please. Should plus verb. When I ask question, when I make a negative or affirmative positive sentences, we can use the different parts of should. I want advice about something. I think you should plus verb. There should be normal verb. Please remember. I don't think you should, so this is negative one. And it can be positive one also. I think you shouldn't. This is the negative one. We don't use shouldn't with I think, like that. So this part is not the correct usage of should. We can say, I think you should study lesson. I don't think you should study lesson, but we never use like that. I think you shouldn't. Should I buy the red shirt or the blue shirt? There is a question for you. Should I buy the red shirt or the blue shirt? I think you should buy the red one because it is more colorful and I like red. So you can explain your reason also. I think you should buy the red shirt because it is nicer than the blue one. So it means that the red shirt is nicer, beautiful. We can use beautiful instead of nice, more beautiful than the blue one. So you can explain your reason by giving, why should I study? Why should I choose the red shirt? You should study because you should pass the exam. And how do we use should in health problems? There are many examples. For example, she has flu. Flu is the same thing with cold. She should stay at home. So there is a person that has flu or catch cold. She should stay at home and she should rest at home. It's very important. If he wants to recover herself, she should stay at home. The other one is he has backache. Can you remember the backache, the pain or ache at the backside of the person? He shouldn't carry heavy things. Most of the students most of the students shouldn't carry too heavy school bags. So there is an advice for you. She has a headache, you know, she should take painkiller like an aspirin or Vermidon that we use. It's very popular, you know. She has a headache, she should take painkiller. Painkiller, it means that when you take your medicine, it means that it kills, it finishes your headache. Steve has stomachache. Stomachache, you know, if you eat too much fast food, unhealthy foods, it means that you may have stomachache. He should drink lemon and mint tea. The other one, you have runny nose. Runny nose, that means that, so we should always use towels like that. You should blow your nose. Blow means clean your nose. Daisy has dirty hands not clean. She should wash her hands carefully. My brother has toothache, so he shouldn't eat candies, because you know, if you eat too much candy or sweet things, you may have toothache. And there are some pictures that we can give some advices by looking at the pictures. The first one is, as you see, the boy is coughing and he has sore throat. So the advice should be like that. He should drink shroop. He should take some shroop. We can change like that. Should take shroop. The other one is, if you have a stomachache, or if you have sore throat, or if you cough like that, you can eat honey and lemon together. This is another advice. So you should eat honey and lemon together. And the last one is, this is the type of tea, you know, lemon and mint tea. Also you can put some lemon, put a piece of lemon in it, and it is healthy for your sore throat, sore throat and cough. So you can drink it after meals or before meals, or when you wake up in the morning. It is really healthy for your sore throat, your stomachache, and your cough. Another example here, you should stay in bed and have a rest. Having a rest is very important to recover yourself. So you should stay in bed and have a rest. Mostly you should spend your time if you are ill. The other example, you should do exercises regularly. Do exercise is the same thing, do sports. Regularly, daily, when you wake up, and after, you should do some exercises and eat healthy food. It will be really good for you and healthy for you to recover yourself. Today we finished our lesson. Bugünkü dersimizi bitirdik arkadaşlar. Daha sonra kaldığımız yerden devam edeceğiz. Teşekkürler.